Hello yogis, welcome to the Nirvana Yoga YouTube channel. My name is Michelle and I'll be your guide through what I hope are several videos that you can practice from the comfort of your own home. As you can see today, I wanted to make this first class the coziest possible. So the husband has brought my favorite chair in and we're going to practice from the comfort of our favorite spot on the couch or chair so that you know that yoga can be done anywhere and then it doesn't have to be difficult and it doesn't have to be intimidating or hard. So go ahead and take a moment, get on your most comfortable outfit, and then join me on the couch for a beautiful, carefully curated practice. All right, everyone, so let's begin in the chair version of mountain pose today. We'll take our feet flat to the floor in front of us, about hip width distance. To measure hip width distance, just take your two fists and place them between the knees. That will give you hip width distance usually. So feet are flat on the floor. We want to focus on grounding in all four corners of the feet, meaning focus on the right and left sides of the foot, in the heel area and in the ball of the foot. Once we've found grounding through the feet, go ahead and just rest the palms on the knees, or we can fold the hands gently into the lap, or perhaps we take mountain pose with the arms down at the sides, palms facing forward. Let's go ahead and start to take some deep breaths here, inhaling through the nose. And let's exhale through the mouth this time. Inhale through the nose once more. And exhale through the mouth. Now go ahead and feel free to sigh it out because you're at home and no one's paying any attention. And note also that, go ahead and keep breathing. Note also that the louder and harder you breathe out, the more toxins and more, bad feelings and energetic gook we can get out of our system. So inhale nice and deep. Exhale through the mouth. I don't mind getting weird with it to make you feel more comfortable. And allow the shoulders to drop down and relax as we breathe. Also, maybe at this point you've already closed the eyes, but if you haven't, let me invite you to drop the eyes or maybe gaze down at the tip of the nose. And take a couple more deep breaths. Really fill the belly with air like a balloon. And exhale it out. Go ahead and come into a forward fold, dropping the chest down towards the thighs. And let the shoulders and hands reach toward the floor. They don't need to reach all the way there today. If you're feeling kind of stiff, it may seem counterproductive, but this is really good for any of us who work at a desk or who sit. And slowly and carefully unroll the spine and allow the head to drop down heavy. And continue to breathe. Go ahead and take natural breaths the first few times. And today we're going to focus on using the breath to match our movement or to guide our movements. And we'll get more. I'll be giving you more information about that as we roll along. Go ahead and slowly and gently, like you're moving through water, raise up in the torso, one vertebra at a time. And we'll start to take a couple shoulder and neck rolls. So take the head and just rotate the head from side to side as though you're taking a slow no. Inhale maybe to the left. Exhale as you move the nose over to the right. Eyes are still closed. Face is soft. Inhale to the left. And exhale to the right. So our class today is going to be very, very gentle. It's designed for those who are coming back to the practice or who have perhaps never practiced yoga before. And we're going to ease into a community practice together. And it may not feel like we're doing a lot, but sometimes it's good to just slow down. Now go ahead and come to neutral here on your next inhale. And then drop the chin down toward the chest, nice and slow. Being mindful of the back of the neck, but feel that extension through the back of the neck and let the weight of the shoulders be heavy. Beautiful. Really relax through the head, the neck and shoulders. Allow the feet to be heavy. And at this point, we can take the palms to the side of the chair or couch. We can just rest them in the lap. You can also wrap the hands around the knees or underneath the legs. And let's go ahead and lift the head back up and bring the nose toward the sky. Nice and slow. We don't want to crunch into the back of the neck. You might feel a little or hear a little popping, and then exhale, drop the chin to chest. So we're inhaling to come up, exhaling to contract down. Using that breath as our guide. And also remembering that we shouldn't feel any pinching, any piercing, or anything that's painful. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and come back to neutral. Spine is straight, head is straight. And we're going to drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. Just take it over slowly and gently. Breathe here. You can take the left hand and reach toward the head or the right ear and give it a little bit of a pull, not too much. We'll do a little more of this later, so just be real gentle right now to start, and then maybe drop that right shoulder down a little bit more. Getting a really nice stretch through the shoulder and the right side of the neck. All right, gently release the hand if you've lifted it. Raise the head up to neutral. Inhale and take a little round of breath here. Maybe rotate from side to side again. And we're going to drop the right ear down to the right shoulder. Just toward it. It doesn't need to touch. It may never touch. If you're feeling lots of tension, direct the breath to the area where you feel tension, probably in the right side of the neck now or on the left side. Remember to keep that left shoulder heavy, and if it feels good or it felt good on the other side, go ahead and take that right hand up toward the left side of the head or the left ear. Give it a real gentle tug. Drop the left shoulder down a little more for a little more stretch. And you can just let the breath be at this point. Be feeling really good, starting to loosen up. And also letting go of whatever you have ahead of you today or whatever has happened during the day that may have shaken your spirit a little. All right, go ahead and release that right hand down and bring the head back into neutral. Forward fold. And come right back up. We're going to clench the hands in front. So go ahead and raise the hands out in front. Arms are open. And just take the hands and clench into fists and open. Open and close. Make sure we're relaxed through the shoulders. We're not real tight like this. And try, if you will, go ahead and rotate and put the palms upward. Try, if you will, today to follow the sound of my voice and keep the eyes closed or lowered if it feels okay. And see if you can just work with the sound of my voice rather than the visual cues. I've been told by students that video yoga is hard because they can't seem to follow the teacher. Go ahead and rotate the wrists as we clench and open. And then clasp the hands together, intertwine the fingers, and start to roll them into figure 8. You can involve the shoulders in this. Get real active in it. Even involve the hips a little bit. And then let's go ahead and just rotate the wrists. In fists. Take the hands into fists, rotate the wrist. Good. Rotate the opposite direction. Fabulous. Now we're going to go ahead and place the palms in the lap. Take a couple of breaths here just to reset. Be sure that we are ground down into the sit bones, or those little points on the bottom that you can feel all the time. Make sure we're nice and grounded there. We're still grounded into the feet. And then let's inhale and raise our arms up high over the head. And then put the palms together, intertwine the fingers, and reach high. Try to square out through the wrists. And also try to move toward having the biceps aligned with the ears. Not too tight in the shoulders. We don't want to look like this. You can peek at the TV now or the computer or whatever. We don't want to be real tight like this. We want to have our shoulders more down. Hands pulled back. Neck's nice and long. If it feels good, go ahead and look up at the hands. And then drop down. Up. And come back to neutral. Now we're just going to open the hands wide like we're holding a beach ball. So we go from palm tree to beach ball. Beach theme today in my sweatpants. And breathe here. Create a little heat in the shoulders. Perfect. Go ahead and drop all that down. Come to prayer pose. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. Press into both hands. And just breathe. Now at this point, maybe you'd like to set a little intention for this class. Maybe you just want to get through it, but I will tell you that it's not going to be a super long class today. We're going to keep it short and sweet. It's just a nice little intro. I want to get comfortable on the screen, and I want you to get comfortable with the practice of yoga. It's a lot easier at home, right? I've been practicing at home for years. I love it. I can get right up at 4:30 and jump right in. So hopefully I can bring you lots of videos and also see you in community classes. All right. From here, we're just going to take a couple more neck stretches. Let's go ahead and reach the arm up high. We're going to take the right arm and grasp the left ear, and then really try to give it a nice pull this time. So let in the hand be heavy and see if it feels a little bit better and a little bit easier this time. And now feel free to roll the chin around, up and down. Back and forth. Good. And then go ahead and lift that hand, raise the neck up to neutral, take that right hand and reach over to the left side. Now here we can just keep the palm where it is in the lap, or we can press into the side of our seat wherever we're at. We're in a chair or at the couch. Press into it. And then exhale, we'll just switch sides. So go ahead and take that left hand over to the right side of the head or the ear. We'll give it a nice pull this time and breathe. Drop through that right shoulder. And feel free to rotate the head back and forth, raising the chin up and down, or kind of on a diagonal in this case. Inhaling back, exhaling to contract. Inhale to open, exhale to close. General rule, it doesn't always apply, and always remember that yoga teachers are just here to offer suggestions. We're not here to boss you around or tell you what to do with your body. So, if something that I'm doing doesn't feel good to you, find what takes you home. Find your way home in your practice. All right, go ahead and release this. We're going to just take the hands down toward the hips, right next to the hips there, and we're going to push into the seat that we're in. Bring in the chest forward, shoulders back and down. This is the chair version of Cobra pose. Breathe here, allow the chest to expand and open. Feel the lateral openings, so breathe from side to side if that's possible to visualize today. And while we're here for just a moment, let's talk about the breath. It is the foundation of our class. So regardless of what postures we come into, remember that the base of yoga class is your breath. The most important thing to do here is to breathe. Take the time to breathe. Perfect. Now take another seated forward fold. Just let's walk the fingers down the thighs, down the calves, so we can really enhance the slowness of this fluid movement. Let's make it fluid, but also nice and slow. Drop the head down, chin to chest. And just relax. Now if it feels good, you can go ahead and scoot the feet out in front of you and start to straighten the legs. Don't forget to breathe here. Also, play with the feet. Maybe flex the toes toward the ceiling and then point down. Get a little action through the front of the shins here. And if you feel so inclined, you can scoot yourself down onto the floor and sit with your bottom against the chair or couch and then take a forward fold. If you want to get a little bit deeper into the stretch, creep the fingers down toward the toes. Remember not to go any further than your edge. We don't want to begin our new practice with injuries. Okay. Hang out here for a couple more breaths. And then we're going to ease into the chair version of downward facing dog. So we're going to point the feet upward, toes toward the ceiling. And then slowly just begin to, from the hips, raise up, palms face front of you as though you're pushing against a wall. And then just begin to raise up through the torso, neck is nice and straight. And bring the arms overhead to where it feels as though you're getting a little bit of something. It's not going to be super strong like on the floor, but this is our chair version of down dog. So maybe here we contract through the core. Try to imagine pushing the hips back and pushing the chest forward. Legs are nice and straight, and we can flex the toes toward the ceiling or toward our nose. Get a nice full body stretch here. Shoulders are down away from the ears. I just caught myself. And then breathe like you're pushing away from a wall, creating a triangular shape with the body. Take one more deep round of breath here. Inhale very, very deeply. Fill the belly up with air. And exhale. Start to bring the feet in and the hands down to the knees. Let everything go. Take a little breather there. Maybe shake side to side. You can bring the hands up to the shoulders if you want to and give a little twist. Little Kundalini fusion here. All right. So we're going to have our hips near the edge of the seat, wherever we're at, and we're going to bring the hands to prayer. And then we'll just gently come forward in the hips, bring the torso toward the knees. You may find that you need to scoot back or adjust as we go. And then take an exhale breath to the left side, turning to the left side, and we're just going to try to take that right elbow down to the left knee. So we're coming into revolved chair pose here. Hands in prayer. Another option is to take that right hand down to the floor and open the left hand up to the sky. Depends on how you feel today, how loose we are. Again, we can take this or just stay right here. Pressing into the palms, pressing into the top of that left thigh with the right elbow. Neck's nice and long. Another deep inhale. And exhale, unravel. Just come back to center, go straight to the other side with this. So come up to neutral, take an inhale breath. And exhale, fold forward and twist open to the right. Left elbow comes to right knee. Breathe here. We're not dropping the head down. We want to keep that head nice and elongated. Also be aware of the neck not crunching backward. We want to keep it kind of straight. And then again, if you feel so inclined, take your left hand down to meet the right ankle and inhale, right arm comes up overhead. Or feel free to remain right here in revolved chair prayer. Pardon me, clearing my throat. It's half nerves and half change of Michigan weather. All right, on your next exhale, go ahead and unravel. Let everything drop down. Take kind of a halfway lift here, so press into the floor, straighten through the back, or we can press into the knees and push back, bringing the shoulders and elbows together behind us. And then use the hands to press into the thighs and come on up. Perfect. Now let's just take the right hand to the left knee and twist over to the left side, taking the left hand behind us. You can gaze over the left shoulder if you feel like it. And on your next exhale, unravel from that posture and go straight to open up onto the right side. Left hand comes to right knee, right hand comes behind, and kind of push into it so our back isn't leaning so hard and we're kind of keeping the spine straight. And then look over the right shoulder. Don't forget to smile. And don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. Now go ahead and open up, come back to neutral, let everything go. All right. Windshield wipe the feet side to side, knees side to side. You can open the feet wide, take side to side windshield wipers. We're going to come into a little flow, a little chair flow. So go ahead and bring the feet back in front, flat on the ground, knees are bent, and find the four corners of your feet and focus on grounding. And then we're going to take the right foot, bring it on up to the left knee in a figure four posture. So we'll stay right here. We can go ahead and place the palms in prayer, or we can take the hands, interlace them around underneath that left leg, and then we can press the right elbow into the right knee, using it for a little leverage and to deepen the stretch. Some of you have been to class with me and you're probably expecting the yoga baby cradle in the arms thing. We're not going to do that today. Let's ease into it. No yoga babies today. All right, and then from here, go ahead and release that. Take a hold of the foot and the ankle and just start to ankle crank. So turning the ankle, rotating the ankle. Hear that snap, crackle, pop? My ankles have been rocking for years. All right, rotate that in the other direction. Fantastic. Now I'm going to go ahead and invite you to take the right hand through the loop you have here. Take a hold of the outside edge of the right foot. And then feel free to sit back if you want to and relax, make this restorative. Or you can straighten through the spine, kick that foot out as though you're kicking into a wall. Half happy baby in the chair. Now, other options for this, you could just take the foot out here, grab the toes, and raise up. Find your way home. That'll be our tagline. Adrienne has find what feels good. Ours will be find your way home. So let's just go ahead and own that now. And let that down. All right, switching sides for that. Take the left foot over to the right side, top of the thigh. Get comfortable here for a second. Find the grounding in that foot. Find your foundation. And again, you can just take prayer pose and kind of push into that knee, or you can come with me and take the hand package down underneath and around the bottom of the right leg. Intertwine the fingers and press the left inner thigh with the left elbow. You get a nice deep stretch through that left hip. In case I just misspoke, it's left thigh, left elbow. Just really take a few breaths and enjoy this. You're gonna maybe use this opportunity to practice that directional breath, directing the inhale breath down to that hip. And then pause there. Let that energy swirl around that tension for a moment. And exhale slow, and imagine the tension leaving with the exhale. It's good, right? Yes, it's good. All right, go ahead and release from that posture. Take the foot and ankle into the hands and just start to rotate. I wonder, can you hear the clock tick? Actually, I have a ticker clock up here. Hoping that it's not driving you crazy. We're coming into the final moments of our practice today, so with that in mind, start to wind the brain down. Thank yourself for taking this time for you. I thank you for taking this time with me. All right, and after we're done with that ankle crank, let's go ahead and take the left hand through the loop that we've created with our legs. Grab a hold of the outside edge of that left foot and take half happy baby in the chair. Feel free to rock back and forth, make it fun. Now for our happy baby pose on the floor, things are a little bit different. We would be really elongating through the spine and pointing that spine out towards the front of our mat, but this class was aimed to be a little more restorative. So let's just keep it light today. All right, inhale one more time, nice and long. Big exhale, breath out. Release everything down. And then we're going to find Shavasana. So if you don't have time for Shavasana today, if you have to go, if you're headed to work, great. This is a great time to stop the video and say sayonara to us. But if you're coming with us into Shavasana, I hope you have a really comfy space to be. We're going to scoot on back and just find your most comfortable position to relax. So if you're on the couch, that shouldn't be too hard. Really sink into your seat. I'm going to invite you to take the palms by the sides. If you're seeking answers from the universe, open the palms upward. If you're seeking answers from within yourself, place the palms down. Also, could take the hands and place them across the belly. Or maybe if you're in a chair like me, it might feel good to place the hands over the heart. And there's nothing to do here except stretch your legs out. Make yourself as comfortable as you possibly can. Take a couple more intentional cleansing breaths through the nose. You can choose mouth or nose exhale. I'm going to go with that detoxing exhale. And take a couple more. We'll get more into oceanic breath, ujjayi breath in our upcoming classes. For now, just go ahead and sink into the seat a little more with each exhale. Eyes are closed, face is relaxed, limbs are heavy. And you can feel free to remain in this position as long as you like. I will leave you all in this Shavasana posture today. I'd like to thank you once again for showing up to practice for yourself and for, showing up for the world, because when we work on ourselves, we work on how we show up to others, and it's pleasant to be pleasant. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Also, if you're interested in receiving more videos, subscribe to the channel. And if you know anyone who needs a little bit of tension release, go ahead and share the Nirvana Yoga YouTube channel. For now, I'll leave you in Shavasana, bid you all adieu, and hope that you have a wonderful day. Namaste, yogis.